Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel, or hello if you're new here. Today we'll be talking about Conan Exiles, and particularly we'll be talking about their 3.0 update, the Age of Sorcery, which will include a lot of really nice fun things like sorcery, a new building, quality of life tools, and also a battle pass. Question mark, thinking face, what? So we're going to be talking about that today. And this video is actually going to be the first video in a new series here on the channel that I'm calling The Other Side of the Pullow. And we're going to be talking about just kind of whatever I want to talk about. It's, you know, as is needed, as I feel like talking about things. You know, if you saw my previous video on the Act Man, that would kind of fit into the same category. So yeah, here we are. So why am I making this video? Well, as I mentioned, Conan. They're having their new update, and it includes a battle pass, which is kind of weird for a $40 game with a $20 expansion. Now, if you want to see everything for yourself, I will link down below the trailer that they have for the update, as well as the 2-hour live stream they did today on today's June 21st. They did a live stream answering questions and kind of going more in depth into the new systems that are added, including the battle pass and the shop and all of that. So if you want the full picture, highly recommend checking those out. I'm here to give my critiques, give my point of view on and perspective on all of that. So currently, right, the history of Conan, maybe you don't know. You know, it's on Steam. It's an open world sandbox survival game. I really enjoy it. I've only sunk about 150 hours into it, which is like only, but I know so many people have sunk thousands of hours into it, so mine is nothing in comparison. And is a $40 game. It's a bit older, so it does go on sale somewhat frequently, but still it is, you know, $40. They also have a $20 expansion. So combined, that's a $60 asking price if you wanted all the content in the game. Now they also have paid DLC bundles, and these are referred to as cultural packs. And they're $10 usually. Some of them are more like $7 because they don't include quite as much. But these packs include things like new building pieces, new armor, new weapon, and all of this is cosmetic. Again, it's very important for y'all. There's no buying power in Conan. It's not pay to win. There is no way to purchase an advantage over another person. All of these things are purely cosmetic. And that's the current system they have. They have, you know, the purchase price up front, and then they have optional cosmetic DLC, which goes on sale pretty frequently as well. Now, in their 3.0 update, which will be releasing in Q3 of 2022, so later this year, they will be changing their systems around. So they'll actually be moving to a battle pass system, going to games as a service, instead of having the cultural packs being their kind of monetization. According to them, this system will enable them to continue to release free content updates as they've been doing. Well, what does this battle pass even look like? Well, I'll show you, right? This is directly taken from their live stream, directly taken from their content that they've put out in the trailers. And again, you know, it's important to note everything here is cosmetic. There's no pay to win. There's no buying power here. Also important to note that everything is in development and subject to change. So I might throw some numbers around that they've given or that I've come up with, but it's all subject to change. So it could be changed, could be totally scrapped and moved totally differently. Who knows? But some basic info about the Battle Pass. So it'll be about a 90-day cycle, you know, 13 weeks, 90 days, 3 months, about that time span, which if you look back on their release schedule for their cultural packs, it's actually pretty consistent with what they've done before. And they're saying that, so with these battle passes, with this 90-day cycle, there will be new content, new free content added every 90 days, as well as then a new battle pass that comes in and offers you paid cosmetic items. This battle pass will have 60 levels, and each of the levels requires the same amount of XP, which currently is 1,000. So it won't get any grindier the further you progress, which is nice, because that would be kind of toxic, you know. You put more time in and then you have to put even more time in. So good to see that it's actually just the exact same every level you go up. It's not like you need more to progress it, which is great. And then of these 60 levels, about 12 of them include, or rather are, part of the free pass, the free battle pass that you don't have to pay for, which is about 20% of it. And then the other 48 or 80% will be exclusive to the paid battle pass. So yes, there will be a free battle pass and a paid battle pass. Now there will also be an Ultra Omega Giga Super paid battle pass version, but it's not so much a version. It's just by buying this battle pass, you get an extra 15 levels. So it's not like there's like the free tier where you get some stuff, the paid tier where you get more stuff, and then the Ultra Giga tier where you get even more stuff. No. It's just the free tier, the paid tier, and then extra 15 levels if you want to pay a little bit more. So, and you can also buy the levels separately for money if you would like. And honestly, the free options, kind of meh. Like we can see here, one of them is it's just like a wall spray. And actually that potion there that's on level 11 is like a consumable that lets you use an ability or something. So the free options aren't exactly breathtaking. They're not exactly, they're very clearly the free options here. Whereas, the paid battle pass has new emotes, armor sets, new skins for certain animals and unique placeables. So definitely a lot more time has gone in, obviously, to developing the paid version of that. And something else about the battle pass is that anything that you earn or unlock with the battle pass or in the Bazaar, which is the shop, which we'll get to later, is permanently unlocked on all characters. So that means that, if you create a new character on a different server, or you have other characters on other servers, it is all shared. It's not like you just have it on bound to one server. Oh, this cosmetic armor set's only bound here. No, that's not the case. So it is basically account bound, which is really nice. And then also, and this is where we get a bit of the negative aspect of it for me, is that the current battle pass in its current iteration is planned to expire after those 90 days. So once the 90 days has passed and the season is over, that is it for that content. I mean, obviously, if you earned it, you keep it, in terms of the cosmetics, of course. But if you didn't earn it, you didn't actually, you didn't get the paid version or whatever, and you didn't unlock everything, then that will never be accessible ever again. And it's interesting because in the live stream, the developers have actually said that originally they wanted the opposite of that. That they wanted it to be something that players could go back to and complete previous battle passes. But their monetization expert advised them against it. So they're going with it expiring currently, unless they get like major negative feedback from that. So hopefully they will get major negative feedback. I know I will be saying that. And kind of this is the negative, the major negative aspect about the battle pass. Onto the good news about it though, is that it will feature a refund system. So if you let's say, though this is not a number that they've put out, but let's say you spend $10, which is what the cultural packs have traditionally been, right? Just let's say it's not official. They haven't said it. This is me. Let's say you spend $10 and you put it toward the battle pass and you get to level 57, then you will have earned in Crom coins, which is the premium currency that they're introducing. You will have earned back enough Crom coins to purchase the next battle pass. So, if you do the battle pass every 90 days, new one comes out, you do it, you only have to buy it once technically, right? Which is nice. I mean, that is a nice way of doing it. It definitely better. And then if you want, you can also just buy levels of the battle pass straight up. Again, no idea how much that will cost, but if you want to buy 1, 5, or 15 levels of it, you can, with there being 60 total levels to complete. And also, so the battle pass isn't something you just buy with money. None of the stuff in the store is either. You buy it with Crom coins. So you trade your real life money for the Crom coins, you trade your Crom coins for the goods in game. And that, that's a classic tactic, right? You have these Crom coins, it's harder to have the monetary value attached to that. You see like 200 Crom coins, you don't think, oh, that's $2 or whatever. So I would like it if you could just spend $10 on the battle pass, but I don't think it's the worst thing in the world. It's definitely, not great, but it could be worse. So then, well, how do you actually progress the battle pass, right? What are there daily challenges, weekly challenges? How am I going to do this? Am I going to have to go out of my way? How does that work? Well, good viewer, we have the challenges right here. And there's actually quite a bit to get into here. So as I mentioned previously, if I did, so each of the levels on the battle pass will require 1,000 experience, subject to change, of course. And that, like I said, like I definitely mentioned before, remains consistent across all the levels. And how you get that XP? Well, you complete challenges, which, as we can see here, we have 5 available at any given time. And I'm not clear if you have to complete all of these 5 challenges for it to refresh a new board of challenges, or like I complete the one on the left that says defeat bird creatures, and then I get a new one on the left that's like defeat crab creatures or something. I don't know. I don't know if I have to go, do each little one. But I know that you can request new challenges. And now here it says it's for Crom coins. It's already been changed. You actually will get 3 free re-rolls a day to redo these challenges, which will refresh the entire board. So let's say defeat a rhino using poison. I have a fear of rhinos and I don't like using poison, or it's just too hard or whatever. Well, I'll be able to just re-roll it, get a new one. It'll refresh the entire board. So again, I'm not sure. Do you have to complete all of the challenges to see new ones, or how that works exactly? But there is a different difficulty, right? As we see here on the left, we have like a common difficulty. In the middle, there's an uncommon. Right next to me is a rare, and then on this other side is a legendary, and they all give you varying levels of experience, which has already been changed. They said they're moving the base experience up to 40, which is great. And you might have also noticed that on top of these, on top of the challenges, on top of the XP, there's a ×2. Right? What does that mean? Well, so every day, every 24 hours, you will actually, they've increased this to ×10. You'll get a ×10 multiplier on the first 5 challenges of the day. And this can actually be banked. So if you are not playing for 4 days, you won't have lost any of the boosted progress, right? Which I think is really good. It's really respectful of my time. And it's great for, again, that kind of weekend warrior game kind of lifestyle, if you only have time to play on the weekend, or you only have a limited amount of time to play, this the banking system will really help with that. I think that's great. I think that's great for everybody. And another great thing about this is that the challenges can be repeated just forever, right? You can just keep whacking out new challenges and whacking away as much as you want to whack, and you'll always have new challenges to do. So it's not a matter of, oh, well, you log in, you complete your daily challenges, you log out. You might have you have, these 5 challenges that are XP boosted, but they're not going to de-incentivize you from doing more. I mean, if you want to do more, you can do more. You can do as many as you want. Right? I mean, technically, I guess it's not like you get the XP on them, so maybe it is de-incentivizing. I don't really view it that way, though, because you still do make pretty substantial progress if you want to. And again, this is really great for people with limited amount of time. If you don't have every day to, I gotta complete my 5 challenges today. It's like you could, if you're like, I just picked up this game a week before the season ends, I can grind it all out. And and that's really nice. Again, it's respectful of my time as a player, realizing that I have other things in life to do. And another really great thing, and again, this kind of leads up to this, and you might assume this, but they've based the amount of time that they expect somebody to complete the battle pass on somebody who just plays like twice a week for about an hour for a normal play session. Now that doesn't mean an hour of just grinding challenges. That means an hour of normal play. They've based the 90-day completion time, on requiring you about 2 hours a week of normal play, which is, that's so nice, right? I mean, you can see it. You can see it by the amount of XP that you get, and these multipliers and the banking of the multipliers, and it really does feel like it's really easy to complete. And I will say that that's such a positive, because there are games like Multiversus, which is still in beta or whatever, but their battle pass is very, you might have like, with this character, use their specific item to KO a character from a 90-degree angle off into the corner 5 times. And it's like, that's really freaking hard to do. And like, if I don't do that, I'm SOL. And like, I really have to focus on that. But now it's like, if I find that challenge hard, re-roll it. And then also I can just complete so many other challenges, and everything's like You can bank a bunch of stuff, get a bunch of extra XP. So as far as battle passes go, and as far as progressing a battle pass, I will say that so far what we've seen of Conan's battle pass seems really nice. The only negative thing about it, really, is the fact that it's not repeatable. It's not a matter of not repeatable, but you can't go back and do it if you've missed it. You know, if you don't play once 3.0 comes out for those first 90 days, you don't get the rewards. They're just unobtainable for you. And I'll go into later, more of my thoughts on that. But I think that really is so far the only negative. Also you have the fact of a battle pass, a paid battle pass, no less, being in a $40 game that has a $20 expansion. It feels kind of weird. I compare it to like Overwatch, for example, which in the base Overwatch, it's $60 purchase price, and you've got loot boxes, which are terrible, but no battle pass. And now they've switched it to battle pass, but you don't have to pay $60. Whereas Conan's like, you have to pay $60, and now you have to pay $60 and a battle pass. So it's kind of weird to me. I guess, if you compare it to, the cultural armors were $10, and it's about the same release schedule, but like I could choose if I wanted those though, like if I wasn't there when, the Savage Frontier released, I can still go back and get it on Steam anytime I want. Like it's just there for me. And that feels good. It feels good that the content that the developers and designers have made for this game isn't going to go to waste. And I'm just not going to be able to see. And now, of course, this is all cosmetic, right? And that's really important to remember. I'm not saying that there's key gameplay features I'm going to miss out on, right? And I mean, for seasonal, maybe stuff will change, but it's not like I'm missing out on anything but cosmetics. But still, I think that's important because that is time that's spent. Everyone's always talking about, how much development time this takes and is it worth it? And I just find it kind of silly to be paying for items, for development time, for things that are only accessible during a 90-day period. Feels weird to me. But more on that later. So another feature, the last feature of like the monetization aspect that they're going to be introducing when 3.0 is the Bazaar. So this is the storefront basically. Now you'll also be able to browse the DLC from here, which previously you could only view. So you'll have these all rotate. And the big showcase right here, right, the banquet set. Now this will rotate on a monthly schedule. So it'll be here for a month and then it will come back eventually. But who knows? Who knows how long? Could be 3 months, could be 5 months, could be a year. I don't know. Who knows? I sure don't. And then you have the medium ones, as they call them, which is the ones in the top left and also the ones right next to me here. Now these rotate on a weekly schedule. So every week you'll see new offerings here. And then in the far right-hand corner there, those two little ones, those are the small offerings or showcases, and those will rotate on a 48-hour cycle. Now there will be sales on these items, because that was one of the questions people had is like on Steam, eventually the DLC goes on sale. Things go on sale, you can buy it at a discount. So will that be the case in game? Or will I always be paying full price for things? And the devs have said that they, within the store, within the Bazaar here, that they will be there will be sales on items, probably returning items, that come back in. And also again, Crom coins, it's something you have to actually purchase with money. It can't be earned through playing the game unless you pay for the battle pass. So all this stuff here you'll be buying with Crom coins. And this is in them getting rid of the cultural packs, right? They've introduced the battle pass and they've introduced the Bazaar as a way to supplement that and then make them money. So that's what again, that's the monetization that they're going to be introducing. I'm not so focused on the rest of it. I think all that other stuff's great. I'm really excited for it, but that's the monetization. So in terms of like my thoughts beyond what I've already talked about, it's a bit strange and maybe annoying that, while you can buy a la carte items, you can just buy like this candle or whatever in the shop, it is annoying that it's FOMO, right? And that they might not be there. You might have to wait however long for it to come back. Whereas with the cultural packs, I can just go on Steam and buy something from 4 years ago just outright, and I just get it, and that feels good. Like it doesn't feel so good to have to wait for that. And then also, if the battle pass is part of that, reimagining of the cultural packs. Cultural packs, I pay my money, I have the content, but now I have to pay my money, and I have to then play the game to earn them. And if I pay my money but don't complete the battle pass, then I've actually lost out on content that I normally would have had. Like imagine not getting, you get a cultural pack, and well, because you didn't redeem it fast enough, you don't get the weapon skins or something. Like that, I paid for it though. Shouldn't I get that? Shouldn't I get that regardless? So that feels bad. And also, I mean, the biggest thing again with the battle pass, my chief complaint, my biggest feedback and suggestion for the devs is just please let us go back. Let us go back and complete previous battle passes, like you can do with Minecraft Dungeons, like you can do with Halo Infinite. I mean, it is so nice to just have that content be available, those cosmetics. It's and I think it even helps the dev, because again, like you're spending this time creating something, only for it to be there for a 90-day period and then it can't be earned again. It feels like such a waste. They're making such great stuff. The cosmetics, they're all really good, and you find stuff you like, and it feels unfortunate that if I happen to not be in a Conan mood and they do like a pirate season and I just don't feel like playing it, then I just miss out on that and I just can't get that again. And I think that's really not pro-consumer. It's not being respectful of my time. It's saying I need to be playing Conan not all the time, but I need to be playing it pretty consistently. Which again, all you got to do is make us be able to go back and complete the previous pass, and all these issues are removed. Also, like while the stuff in the Bazaar will go on sale, the battle pass won't. And again, if you're playing it consistently, you will be able to earn it just forever. But if you don't, that could add up. I mean, you're punished for not playing all the time, which I guess is kind of the entire point of games as a service. But it does feel bad. It doesn't feel good. And lastly, it being a $60 game, again, it's $40 base. It's $20 for an expansion, which is a new map and some new mechanics there. But a paid battle pass in a $40 plus $20 expansion, $60 total, seems weird. I enjoyed being able to purchase the DLC packs at my leisure and support the devs and not feel pressured into buying stuff or playing a certain way or whatever. And so now that not only do new players have to spend $40 on the game, and if they want the expansion they have to pay another $20, but now they also have to pay for a battle pass. And well, if they want the stuff in the store, then they have to pay for that. But that rotates all the time, so it's only there for a set period of time, so you better buy it now. So those are the negatives for me. I mean, I don't like the FOMO aspects of it. I don't like the rotating, and it'll be back, but why isn't it just all there? I mean, they said they had such a great backlog of content that they're waiting to rotate in and out, but why not just show it all to us right away? It'd be great if I could go through and say, I'm really in the market for a new bed. This bed is really boring, and I could just go to the store and say, oh, here's a bed I really think is cool. I'm gonna purchase that. Now it's like, okay, is there a bed in the store this week? No. Well, let me wait till next week to spend my money, and maybe there'll be a bed there. And oh, it's a bed, but it's not that cool. But it is kind of cool, so like maybe I should purchase it because I don't know when it'll be back. So FOMO, FOMO is not consumer friendly. Fear of missing out. It doesn't feel good either. But ultimately, aside from those few negatives, it seems like a pretty fair battle pass. I think though that does heavily depend on the price. It depends on the asking price. If it's $10, which is what their cultural packs are right now, and it's the same release schedule roughly, I think that's pretty fair. And especially again, you kind of can refund it if you just keep playing. But if it's beyond $10, if it's like $20 or something, like I can't imagine it being. then I really think that that's not a good not a good value proposition. Now, if it were $5, I think that's pretty good, because then you spend $5 on the pass, and maybe you spend $5 in the shop, which is about that $10 thing again. So I think that would be pretty good, but it remains to be seen. We hopefully, as time goes on, we'll see, and especially in quarter three, it'll launch, and we'll get exactly. We'll get the facts and actually be able to see it in action for ourselves. But regardless of all this, I am still really looking forward to the update. The sorcery is something I've been really hyped for a while now. So, and the battle pass, aside from it not being able to go back and get stuff previously, seems like one of the more fair battle passes that we've seen. And with a little tweaking, it could be, in my opinion, like an industry leader for what a fair, consumer-friendly, respectful of your time battle pass looks like. So I really think Funcom has a decision here to make. Will they be really great and really consumer friendly, really player friendly, and make a lot of people happy, or will they keep on their current path and just really focus in on that FOMO. But that's all I have. That's all I have for you today about Conan Exiles. And I hope to see you next time. Thanks for tuning in. Bye-bye.